Trello, which it's actually something that happened. What was it? 2020, 2021?
It was
or 2020?
It was either the end of 2020 or the beginning of 2021. I know it snowed.
Right. Yeah.
It snowed, and I can't remember if we were into, because I know it snowed, and then it was a couple months later we moved.
Yeah. So to get into the story, so this is the hobo Christmas tree story. I call it that for a specific reason. In fact, I'm gonna make sure to get the footage off my phone, which I'm gonna be playing the audio from it, so it can go straight to the pod track. But so yeah, to give you some background, we used to live at the Dollhouse in the University District.
Very
shithole.
Yes,
it was it was not great. It was a very shitty place to live.
Yeah, it was right on the Ave between 42nd and 43rd. Pink and purple building. If you're ever over there, you'll immediately see it.
Yeah, it's it's got this history as being like one of the places where Jimi Hendrix played on the roof of it or something like that, and then didn't like Kurt Cobain go there at one point?
Yeah, probably Kurt and Lane Staley.
Yeah, something like that,
because it was a notorious heroin spot.
Yeah, and like I remember when we first. When I first moved there,
they just moved out the last heroin
dealer. Yeah, wasn't there a dude still there when we moved in? Me and my brother, where there's that one guy who apparently like raped people.
Oh, that one guy. Yeah, but he wasn't. He was just
a weird guy.
He was a weird guy. He, yeah, but no, that's like your unit, which I ended up moving into with you, Unit L. Yeah, there's actually like brackets on the door so they could put like a 2x4 so the cops couldn't kick the door in. And yeah, I mean, it gives them an extra couple seconds to flush their stuff. Yeah, but yeah,
dude, I remember when we moved there was still you were still like living there for free. Well, free. You were working there as like one of the maintenance guys. To earn your keep there. And like there was like one room, like one of the dudes left, and it was like this horrible fucking room. There was that big ass fucking bed thing, and then there was the toilet filled with shit.
Yeah,
it was just spit on the walls or loogies on the wall or something like that. It was
so gross. We lived there.
Yeah, we lived there. And so
here, let me set up the little scene because so first of all, it's one of those apartments where the bottom floor, there's a door in the middle, and to the right was the Subway sandwich place.
Yeah.
And to the left was what, a Thai? It was like a Thai restaurant place, okay?
Yeah.
But there's a door in the middle, purple door.
Yep.
And you'd walk through that door and you'd go upstairs to the first floor.
Yeah.
And then there was another set of stairs that took you to the next floor.
Yeah.
So, but to get out, you could either go to the back of the apartment building and go down a back set of stairs.
Yeah.
Or you go to the front door. And the door's locked, and you walk down and you open the door, and right in front of you is the sidewalk.
Yeah. And
then beyond the sidewalk is this there was like a tree and then a curb.
Yep. Yeah.
And they have the little trees go down the street. But yeah, that's
literally where I was sleeping, where I had my bed. There was the windows looking out to the street. So literally right below me was the entrance to the apartments. Yeah. So yeah, it's just so you get a visual of what we're talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That place at one point, it was notorious for like having in fact there was a bar right next to us.
Yeah.
So and there was before
there'd be fights on Wednesday nights because it was ladies' night.
Before this was all before the pandemic happened. We moved there where I moved there with my brother, and it would be really hopping at night, and it would just be so annoying. But of course, you also had the hobos, the hobo situation, the heroin addicts, the crack addicts,
guy walking by, smashing the windows out of a business.
Dude, I remember that was one of my first experiences like fucking I was going to sleep and just some random fucking crackhead with a hammer just
was
smashing
like-
it with
like
a hammer.
the Indian restaurant.
Yeah, the Indian restaurant. Yeah, just smash. And I remember the cops pulled up like with laser sights and shit, like get on the ground. And I'm like, holy shit! Like what the fuck, man?
So that's where we're living.
Yeah.
And it was right before it snowed. I remember we had a couple of days of rain, but they were telling us it's gonna snow.
Yeah. So yeah, this was around winter time. I don't know if it was December or January. I don't remember. Actually, when did I take this? I could actually look at the details of. Okay, so I started shooting. Actually, I started shooting this footage around February. So maybe
it was February. Yeah.
Actually, I think January is when it snowed, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And then after that, I started taking. So to give you an idea of what's going on, eventually around, I want to say either December or January, this hobo parked his ass right outside our door. And just so you know, again, just to kind of
He wasn't blocking the sidewalk.
he wasn't blocking the sidewalk. He wasn't blocking our door. He was outside our door.
Yeah.
And he would have these freakouts.
Yeah.
And I would hear it. I would hear all of it.
Yeah, he actually sat down by the tree. Mm-hmm. Seemed like maybe a week before it snowed.
Yeah. And he
wouldn't
slept
move.
in the snow.
And then it started snowing.
Yeah, and the funny part, it's not really funny. The thing about it that was crazy to me was when it started snowing, he just had a tarp, and he just slept in the snow.
Yeah, he just slept.
He slept in the snow, and in fact, he was out there for so long that I called the cops. I think you called the cops.
Yeah, we called 911.
Yeah,
a lot of people called 911.
we were telling, and this was the upsetting thing to me was like we were calling the authorities, being like, "Listen, there's this dude loitering outside our place. He's blocking. He's like, well, not blocking the door, but he's like right outside the door. You know, it doesn't make me feel comfortable to go out there. But also, this guy seems like he needs help.
Yeah.
He's sleeping in the snow.
He definitely needed help.
He definitely needed help. Guess what fucking happened? Cops came by, asked him, "Hey man, you okay?" "Yeah, I'm fine." Leaves.
Yeah,
Every time. Like this is the thing that pisses me off about situations like that. It's like clearly this dude's not okay. He's sleeping in the snow, and that should be grounds enough for the police or whoever comes by to go like, "No, dude, you're not okay. Let's take you somewhere else."
Yeah,
But they don't do it.
yeah.
And that was the thing that was irritating. In fact, I remember there was one point where I was borderline almost screaming at the operator because I'm like, this guy is talking about how the CIA is ripping the skin off his feet.
Yeah.
And he's screaming and shouting and letting it all outing.
Yeah,
and yet you guys are constantly coming by and not doing a damn thing about it.
Yeah.
And I was upset because I'm having to hear this shit and you guys aren't doing anything. "Oh, sorry, sir, but there's not much we can do." And it's like, what the fuck good are you guys? Like, you can't even handle a simple situation. And I get it, freedom and personal freedoms and
we live in a very
security
progressive,
quote unquote
city.
progressive city. And I get it, but it's just that there's nuances that need to be taken into account.
There's always downs. Normally with anything like that, you take a stance one way or another. There's always going to be a kind of a downside.
Yeah.
Somewhere. But yeah, you're going to play it.
So anyways, it was around this point I started getting fucking frustrated. So, and then I just decided to start recording him. And I'm actually going to be putting the footage of this overlaid onto the footage of the camera so you guys can see it. But for those who are listening to the audio, I'm just going to be playing the audio. And so this is the first recording of, and it's in chronological order. So here's the first one.
How long are these?
Not that long.
This is the shit I deal with every fucking day.
It really goddamn hurts. Somebody is stabbing me in the top of my motherfucking feet. It really goddamn hurts. As you can tell, these people, they're stabbing me with syringes on the top of my feet. To stop goddamn doing it. My foot feels like it's infected. It really
Look at
goddamn
this shit.
hurts. Really goddamn bad. I even went for walks.
And this was before it snowed.
No,
Or
this was after.
After.
This was after.
Okay.
Fucking unreal.
Actually, that was when I was walking to the sports bar down later.
Drake.
Yeah, or no, not
Dan's?
Paul's or something. I don't know what it was
Jeff's?
called. Jeff's
I can't
bar or something like that. It was a sports bar.
Yeah,
It was actually near the Pink Gorilla down there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I was like literally walking down that way. I don't know if you were there, and I was just walking over to get a drink with you, or I think I was going there on my own because I was like, "Fuck this! I don't want to listen to this guy talking." But you heard that, right? He was talking about people stabbing syringes in his feet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is this guy going on about? But then it got crazier because he started talking about the CIA ripping the skin off his feet or something like that. So here's the second. This is 1 minute and 40 seconds, and I just tried to have a conversation with him or something like that to kind of egg him on to say some shit.
Yeah.
Because he's screaming out this weird ass shit. So let's play the next one.
You said someone's torturing you?
Yes, they are torturing me. They are hurting my feet extremely bad.
Really?
It feels like they're grabbing the skin off my feet and tearing it off my feet.
And you said you need help. Is that
I
what you
need
said?
to find out why they're tearing the skin off my feet and why they're torturing me, making me feel like somebody is ripping the bottoms of my feet off.
Well, that's unfortunate.
And it's not legal in this country to do this to
No,
person.
it's not. It's not
And-
legal.
and I know you're getting angry. I am very tired of living all day. People have been trying to tear the bottoms of my feet off all fucking day.
Really?
And I do not know why my feet feel like people are trying to tear the bottoms of my feet off. And I'm getting very angry. It doesn't matter where I go, but this is the safest spot I can be right now. I am sorry, but my great grandmother, her grandfather, these windows were part of his ship, his captain's log ship, and he brought the ship from Australia. He was the king of Australia.
I have not seen this. I'm glad you got that because I have not seen this.
No, it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
So that was how our 2021 began.
started. Yeah, that's how it started. We were dealing with this shit, and then you could see in the footage on the YouTube video that he's wrapped up in this tarp, like wrapped around this tree. That's why I call him the hobo Christmas tree.
Yeah,
because it
yeah.
looks. It's so sad.
And he went through varying stages of what I call the human explosion.
Yeah.
Where they have things or they get food or people help them and it just kind of starts spreading out around them.
Yeah.
And just this mess.
It was disgusting.
Oh, yeah, it was really bad.
So disgusting. Should I play the rest of it?
No, that's that. But let's do the car crash sound again for 2021. 2021 was a fucking car crash.
Yeah.
You could listen to the entire episode of the Crook and Kendall podcast this clip comes from down in the link below, bio.link/Crook and Kendall. Our podcast is on pretty much every single distribution you can think of, from Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, and Launchpad One. And you can also follow us on social media at Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And you can catch new episodes of the Crook and Kendall podcast every